The Chairman Senate Committee on Defense, Senator Wammako, commissioned over 2 billion naira Tetfund sponsored projects across 4 learning institutions in Kaduna State. Commissioning the project in the 4 institutions on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari, Senator Wammako charged the benefiting institutions to start focusing more on research and assured of government support for the development of the nation.
The truth, ladies and gentlemen, education, as we all know, plays a critical role in socio-economic development of nations, and therefore, the commissioning of this project today in the academy would in no small measure further enhance teaching and learning and improvement of academic standards of the institution. I want to reiterate that education forms an integral part of the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration agenda. Hence, the federal government will continue to provide necessary support towards making our education institutions globally competitive for economic and technological development of the country. It's on record that through the support of the federal government, Tetfund has performed exceptionally in the provision of physical infrastructure, support for the academic staff and training and development, book publication, ICT, research and development, among others, in public tertiary education institutions across the country, and that is extremely commendable. I'm delighted to note that the NDA, or Nigerian Defense Academy, Kaduna, and other public tertiary education institutions in Kaduna State have not been exempted from this interventions effort of Tetfund. Please keep it up.
Also, in his speech, Executive Secretary of Tetfund, Sony Echono, said that an estimated 162 of such projects in 54 beneficiary institutions across 28 states of the Federation are expected to be commissioned. Sony Echono, who was represented by the Director Monitoring and Elevation, Architect Babatunde Olajide, said the financing of the project by the federal government was an indication of its commitment to the provision of infrastructure and the nation's public tertiary institutions.
This event marks the kickoff of a major Tetfund activity this new year, where an estimated 162 projects, iconic projects, will be commissioned in 28 states of the Federation in 54 beneficiary institutions spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. In Kaduna alone, we'll be commissioning projects in 3 other institutions when we are done from here. Let me remark here that the projects to be commissioned in the various institutions have painstakingly been screened through an assessment criteria and are just suitable for commissioning. No doubt, the financing of the projects by Tetfund are a clear demonstration of the federal government's commitment to the provision of requisite physical infrastructure in the nation's public tertiary institutions. It is our commitment at Tetfund to ensure that value is obtained for funds allocated to the benefiting institutions to aid teaching, learning and research, and by implication, make them globally competitive.
Earlier in his speech, the Commandant's Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Ibrahim Mani Yusuf, acknowledged the contribution of the federal government in the manpower development of academy and the armed forces in general.
The federal government of Nigeria has invested quite a lot in the manpower development of the cadets of the Nigerian Defense Academy, and by implication of the entire armed forces of Nigeria. So I want to, and at the moment as I speak, we have 9 Tetfund projects that are under construction, and this is from the merged funds from 2019 to 2022. It includes an 800 room cadets hostel accommodation Now, this will be ready for commissioning in the next 30 days, and this includes furnishing. It also includes supply of equipment for the Faculty of Engineering, as well as e-learning application and e-learning training support for the cadets.